What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the locker room. This is episode 5, and as I'm sure you can already see already, we're in a different studio than what I'm normally in, and that's because we've got 2 very special guests joining us in the studio. But before I introduce them, quick little shout out to my man, Mr. Steve Goodson from Man Cave Media. He is letting me use this studio area to be able to record with our 2 guys. If you haven't gone and checked out his stuff, I do a lot of stuff with him, and he does a lot of great stuff on his own right. So please go and check out his stuff, and be sure to watch, if you haven't already, P&G on the Clock. That's a show that we both do with each other. It is a fantastic show. It's only 30 minutes, and we just talk about straight sports for 30 minutes straight, and that's what it is. But the reason why we are here today is because we have 2 of Northside's standouts, the dual threat and the backfield, as I call y'all. We have quarterback Reginald Gray. You prefer Reginald or you prefer 3J?
3J.
All right, I'll call you 3J the whole time. And then Mr. Rahlai Anderson. So it's funny how this came about, and because it originally started with Rahlai. I had talked to you, and the plan was that we were going to do something together. Me and you were going to come to the studio and record, and when we were going to do it, it got pushed back a little bit, and we were still figuring out. And then all of a sudden, 3J got brought into it because I was going to do one with him, and then I was going to do one with you. And then I'll give you the credit. You made the idea. You were like, why not? Let's just do it with each other. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So thank y'all for coming on, man.
Yeah, of course. Sure. Of course.
So we'll kind of start with where we are currently. Obviously, we're in the off season for football wise. You mentioned that you're currently doing track and stuff. You're obviously playing basketball. I'll start with you for the off season wise, doing track and everything. But really, kind of this is, I kind of say it as like it's the time for you to grind and get better. While guys like him are maybe playing other sports. How important is this time of the year for you when you're preparing for this upcoming next season, your senior season?
This part is the most important part because it's where you better yourself and try to become better than everybody else that's putting in the work.
Yeah.
And it only goes by so fast. So when the season comes, you're not trying to do like late minute stuff, like last minute stuff. So it's very important. It's the most important part.
For sure. And then what's working out? I see you all the time. You're posting workout videos on your stories and everything, but what's that like? I don't know. I know your dad does workout, I think, right? So is it with him? And
it's everywhere. So I go to track, then I go home late night, go with him to go work out at his gym, then do my own little like late night session. Sometimes I do a field work.
Yeah.
And just like when I'm bored, I just, work out.
Yeah, that's a great. Now for you, 3J, you're in the middle of a basketball season with Northside, and they're doing great right now in basketball right now too. My Stallions, my Southwest boys. We played y'all twice. It was 2 great games, but we did happen to lose both of them. And you've got your head coaches are two of my favorite guys because they are, of course, from the Southwest area, Mr. Tim Foster and Coach Cleaver. But when you're kind of in this off season of football, but you're in basketball, what's it like having to manage staying in shape for football, but also just playing other sports like basketball at the same time and trying to keep your focus on that?
During basketball, like I don't really like, I'll work out. So I'm in a 4th period. I got a 4th period class, like it's weightlifting.
Yeah.
So usually I'll just like stick to like lifting, like during the basketball season, and then like during practice I'll get my shots up so like I can like stay. I don't know, like still have the feel for basketball, but still putting in work for football. Like, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
well, how's basketball season been so far this year? Kind of, you guys are what's the 11-3?
11-3.
Yeah. So what's
like the season going good, but we've lost 3 games. We lost 3 games by 3 points. It's heartbreaking.
Well, this is we're winding down. Next week is I'm not sure how the schedule with the weather that's going on. I'm not sure how it's going to shape up.
Play Saturday.
Okay, well, so you all play Saturday. Croatan. Oof. Okay, at Croatan.
Matt Coach,
because they came to y'all. That's for sure. Cannon McBride. That's my guy. That's my guy. He's great at football and But as we wind down here for y'all in basketball, couple seasons, I think y'all will play conference tournament. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and then for sure playoffs. So what's the feeling like kind of winding down a little bit and when basketball season coming to a close and trying to make that final push?
Honestly, you talking about like final push for basketball?
Yeah, yeah.
Final push, honestly, just try our best because it's a lot of good teams on our side, especially for basketball. So like, we just gotta have that mentality, just to like come in there not be scared for real.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's this is my fault for not grabbing my iPad before the show, but let's talk some football, boys. Let's what the fun. Now, I will say, and this is on my part because I really didn't do I was prepping for the show this morning, and I don't know. I know Notes typically sends out notifications whenever you have a share note and edit it, but I didn't see if y'all edit it. But I was doing my research on obviously how this season went for y'all, which I mean, it was pretty clear. I did get the chance to come out and see y'all a few times this year play, but I was looking to see how past years had gone. Cause I mean, I'm going to be so completely honest, unless it's Southwest, I don't know a lot. And then I was shocked. I was really shocked. And I mean, Northside had they just been on the struggle bus for the last couple of years. And, I have to imagine, was there a lot of, I guess the right way to put it, what was the feeling like coming into this? And this can be a question for both of y'all, whoever wants to take it. What was the feeling like coming into this year where there hasn't been a lot of success in the last couple of years, but obviously the feeling has to be you want to turn that around. So what was that like kind of before the season and prepping for the start of it?
Our coaches are always talking to us about this and how special our class is and his class. Like growing up, we're going to be older. Coming into this year, we had a different mindset. Like we're going to win. We have to, or else it's not going to go good. So, I mean, with the weight room, discipline, the work we put in the summer, it's like there's no way we weren't going to win. We weren't going to be successful. So, I think we were coming in like we were the best.
Yeah, for sure. You have anything to kind of piggyback off of that?
Really, like what he said for real, like we've been talking about this since we was like little. We were talking about this like little kids. We gonna play together in high school, Then like when the time just got there, it was just time to, like put in the work, turn Northside around.
Yeah,
because they was not doing good.
Yeah, no, and when I was going back and kind of reviewing how the season went for y'all, y'all went 11-3, I believe was the final record. And the 3 losses y'all took, you lost to Jacksonville, who went 12-1 and lost in the regional. Like that was a great football team. Havelock, I don't think it got enough because record wise, it looked like that they were like, okay, but Havelock is still they've always been a really good team. And then Hunt was the regional game that y'all sadly dropped, and we'll dive into those games for sure, specifically that one for sure here in just a little bit. But kind of these will be questions for both of you. But 3J, you're a sophomore, you're a junior. This team, it seems to be relatively young, and the success that it had really says a lot. But for you coming in as a sophomore starting quarterback, when did that feeling set to you that, okay, I have to lead this team? I'm viewed as a leader, as a quarterback, even though I am as a sophomore. But when for you did you realize like, okay, I can actually step up to this role and help these guys and we can find some success here?
Really, like it really rolled around like during like this like summer of like workouts. Cause like, there was a lot of talk going around about us like, having a bad season again. So like, and then with me, like I already knew I was gonna be quarterback because they would put me in quarterback spot. So, I just like me coming in and having to like, set a tone for us to like actually like strive for our goals that we've been setting since last year. But it really just started like, and then last year when I played quarterback a couple games, I think I played quarterback like New Hanover.
You seem like you did. Because I looked at last year.
White game.
Yes.
I played White Oak game. Yeah, and then play White Oak game. I was really like, even though we still like, got blew out because we didn't really have a good season. We still got blew out. But I was playing wide receiver that game. Then I got put in the QB.
Yeah.
And then like, I was just moving the chains. Then it was like I just felt comfortable. So like I really like
Well, it definitely showed. Not to boost your egos here, but this is you of course were the quarterback for the all area team. You received the quarterback honors. You were second team, and I really think even though some may not, some may look at it and be like, okay, well, I mean, you still got second, but you
Yeah.
didn't get first. For you, getting second, you look at what he did. You passed for over 2,500 yards, 26,000 to be exact, and you still managed to run for over 1,000. It might have been over by 5 yards, but you still 1,000 is still a phenomenal mark, especially when you're talking about 10-game span. But for you, how much pressure was maybe on you as being a running back and to what may view it as a pass heavy type team, but you still were able to obviously put up the numbers that you did?
It wasn't a lot because my coaches, Coach Sabdo, the offensive coordinator, he's talked to me a lot about I might get a lot of handoffs this year, carries, and we put that work in. So like getting the ball that much times, it wasn't hard to do, kind of, I guess, but keeping my mind right during the game. Like if they're passing it, I still have to stay ready for that
For sure.
to happen. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you definitely took. I mean, you had over 200 carries on that. I mean, that's a heck of a lot of carries for sure. But going back to you, you also, even though you don't put up the high, flashy rushing numbers like the big numbers, you still scored 11 touchdowns on the ground, and you also had over 100 carries. So, how do you view yourself? Do you like to view yourself as more as a dual threat guy, or do you rely on your passing more?
So this year, I started off as a dual threat QB. Then like towards the end of the season, I got hurt. So like my knee was messing with me. So then I turned into more like a pocket passer. Like really this year, I'm really like looking forward to being like a dual threat, like running in moments that I need to. And like, just getting people involved in situations. So like basically dual threat.
Yeah, for sure. Now, kind of flipping that question, but asking it to you when you're thinking about different styles of running backs. There's so many different ways that you can describe different running backs. But what do you describe yourself as a running back? The way that you described yourself to other people?
I think this year I was definitely more of a power back. I would love to be more of an elusive back so I can get like around quicker, that's why I'm in track,
Yeah,
putting in that work. Yeah, I say more power back.
yeah, for sure. Now, I'm sure as the season's going along, and I don't know what the opponent field was, but thinking probably, and I don't mean to say this to sound rude by no means, but when you're talking about your other typical, conference teams and just opponents in general that you play from around the area, they're like, okay, well, we got Northside, and they want to look and see how you guys used to play and what the record used to show, and then all of a sudden you guys are able to start producing better, and teams have to make adjustments to that. And I think that this can be a question for both of you, but I'll ask you first: what adjustments did you have to make whenever teams started planning differently and playing more to trying to stop you specifically?
Really just getting like more people involved, really keeping the team like if we getting stopped, like if they're like onto me, and we just like we're not moving the ball through, I just gotta keep my team, like keep their head in the game, and like it's really just getting people more involved because like it's not a one man team, so just gotta like how do I put this?
I mean, it's just a team thing. I feel like
Team
you guys,
thing, team effort.
yeah. And what I was definitely about to mention, with you saying that is, even though I do have you two here, like that team just was full of athletes. I feel like I will say one of my favorites. You have to. I don't know his name, but little short dude.
Gavin.
That's Gavin.
Yep.
The amount of time,
Nasty.
like literally
What you
today,
had.
I'll bring up an example. I believe it was the Havelock game. There was a whenever I would go, I went to Max Preps and looked on the page, and there was game highlights there and everything. And I think Gavin it was him that had a big run. And I forget where I think it might have been Jacksonville or another game because I saw him in person too. And I just remember seeing that guy and I was like, okay, I like him a lot. He's tiny, but he's quick and he's shifty, but flipping that question on ahead to you, when teams are obviously seeing like, okay, this is their main running back, like when this is the bully back, this is a power back, this is a guy that they're trusting to tote the rock however many times a game. How do you adjust to the way that other teams start playing you? Is there a different type of mindset or anything that stands out?
I mean, it really makes me want it more against their team because
Yeah.
if they're planning to, maybe say like double team me when I run out or send people to go get me, I mean, it's kind of the same almost.
Yeah.
But like, I not really play harder because I'm always like trying to play 100%. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Be ready
sure.
for that. But it's not really much of a change to it. Just play the same.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
Now you guys, there were a lot of I think games that there was a lot of intense moments, and there are definitely, I'm sure that there are a lot of big game moments that may stick out. And again, this is a question that can be asked to you both, but for you, take us to any game, but any big moment where kind of just everything slowed down to you.
One game. Honestly, I say Jacksonville. Jacksonville, that game, it's like game started like when we first got in there, my instinct, like my mentality was just straight kill. So like it's like when I got up, like when I got in there, first play, what's his name? Handed the ball off to him. Boom, got some yards. Then after that, boom, throw it in the air, Smokey. Touchdown.
Yeah.
It's just like first half, just scoring. Like it was just try to get in the end zone. Even if our defense couldn't stop him, it was just get us in the end zone.
And before I flip that question to you, I want to talk about that Jacksonville game because that Jacksonville game, I believe it was week 2. You played White Oak week 1.
Yeah.
And then you went to Jacksonville, and I was at that Jacksonville game, and that was it was packed out. Like everybody,
Oh my
it's always
gosh.
been
in town rivalry. It was
Watch for next year though.
yes.
Next year.
Hey, I love it, but I will say for sure, I think there was a lot of different emotions going. I went to that game with my dad and my uncle. We were talking about it before. And Josh isn't here, but Josh is normally my guy that everybody knows, Josh Holder. But we were all at that game, and we were all talking before, kind of just because you guys have come off of a big win at White Oak. We were discussing like, okay, how much of a chance does Northside have? Because it is Jacksonville. Like, what could it be? And I think we went in there with that kind of mindset that I was talking about earlier about other teams. And then I remember, ultimately, like I said, you guys lost, but I think it was a game. I think that people can looked at it, especially for me. I went away from that game and I was like, oh, this team's actually really good.
Yeah.
Like they got some playmakers. They were able, because y'all hung around with them for a good little bit before things started.
Yeah, it just slipped away.
It was like an arcade. It was just like big play after big play. Like, it was insane. But I'll flip the same question back to you. Just any game in general. But when was a moment that stuck out to you that maybe everything kind of just slowed down a little bit and you felt in your zone?
I definitely think Croatan.
Yeah.
Another really good team.
Yeah,
Yes.
he went dumb that game.
Yeah. I think that was my most rushing yard game. 30 carries, 32, I want to say.
Wow.
I forgot. But we ran a lot that game, and it showed. We couldn't pass a little. We could pass, but like it wasn't like the best for us to win. And he just kept handing me the ball.
Yeah.
And there was one play I broke probably 7 to 8 tackles, and went rush for like 30, almost 40 yards.
Yeah.
Got tackled up for the touchdown. But after that game, it was like something like clicked in my mind.
Just clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We Southwest did play Croatan.
Yeah.
It was our week 3 game, and it was nasty.
Yeah.
So that's for sure. But Croatan, they had some dog cannon. We were just talking about cannon and basketball. For football too, but just everything in general. Like they kind of the same thing. Like they just have a bunch of athletes.
Yeah.
I can only however many carries.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how you were feeling next day. But
that was my first time getting like over 30. So
yeah, for sure. But it definitely felt better to walk away with a win, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'll stay with you when you're not toting the rock on a play, when it is one of those pass plays or whatever it is. How do you stay ready? Like, what's that mindset like, whenever you have a different job other than just running the football?
Just keep playing at 100%. I don't want him getting hurt. He's my brother, so like blocking for him is something I take serious. And blocking or maybe faking a play for my guy Newt. He's a fullback. Sometimes we do the dive in the middle. I fake the pitch. I have to make people bite down on that so he can go in the middle. There's less people right there, and maybe even Gavin, him
Yeah.
getting, let's say he get like a jet sweep, and I'm faking to the right. I have to make people bite down so that he's open. And I mean, just got to play everything at 100% because like you never know when scouts are looking at you. So it's those little plays that count.
Absolutely. It's kind of sticking because you brought up pass blocking for him, and that was one of the things that I wrote down, and you kind of summed it up a little bit there and very quickly. But how much pride do you take whenever it's your job to pass block for him, being that kind of like a lot of people view it the last resort guy when somebody may slip by, like it's your job to protect him so he can get the ball out or be able to scramble or do whatever. So how much pride do you take in doing that?
I take a lot of pride in that because I know him as my brother. He's going to make a big play. He's going to make a play no matter what happens because if he can't throw, he's going to run it. If he can't run it, he's going to throw it. So having that trust in him makes me want to block even better.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he's going to make a big play if I can't. So
absolutely,
take a lot.
For sure. Another one for you. I'll start with you, but what part of your game do you think is the one that you're kind of focusing on the most that you want to improve for you to start?
I'm really reading the offense on pass plays, because like a lot of times, I'll read the defense before the play. I'll snap it, they go in like a whole different coverage. And then like it's just so like really just focusing on like reading coverages like more. You see?
Yeah. You got what sticks out for you?
That I want to do, like that I want to get better at.
Something that you're focused on improving right now.
Breaking on a big play. I don't think I've had anything past 40. And I think that would help a lot in my recruiting process. So definitely breaking out for long touchdowns.
And you're definitely making it seem like, I mean, you were dead set on going to play. And I mean, obviously I think that you have all the ability in the world to go do that. But I think that's something that sticks out a lot is people taking pride in wanting to get better and doing certain things for sure. And for you guys to, like I mentioned before, to be as young as you guys are. I mean, you're still a junior. Next year will be your senior year, but for you to be a sophomore and have that success, it was definitely fun to watch for sure. We're gonna go to this is the part of the show that I like to have as the fun / laid back segment. We started out with the 2-minute drill. Do you guys know what the 2-minute drill is?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I'll explain it, and I'll explain it, and then we're gonna decide how we want to do this since I have two of you here. So basically, 2-minute drill is pretty simple. It's rapid fire, and 2-minute drill specifically should stick out for y'all because football and everything. The goal is to answer the questions in under 2 minutes, and I have a list of 1 to 100 questions. Those are the numbers 1 to 100, and it's randomized. You pick whatever number you want and everything. Now, the way that I'm going to let you guys decide this, so you can either do it together, and the way that we'll do it is you'll get 3 and you'll get 3, but it's an added question in under 2 minutes, or you can do your own. You'll each get 5, and it'll be 2 separate 2-minute drills. So it's up to y'all. Do you want to do it together, or you want to do it separate?
Separate.
All right,
all right, we're going to do separate. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, bet. So like I said, it's 1 through 100. You just pick a number. I'll read you the question. It's not football based. It's really just like random questions. All right.
Is it?
And space out your numbers too. I've had guys try to give me all at once, but
gosh.
All right. So I'll start. It'll be 2 minutes, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. What is your first
3.
number? Number 3. Favorite snack you could eat every day?
Every day, PB&J.
A peanut butter jelly sandwich. Okay, love that. What's your next number?
7.
7?
Yeah, 7.
Would you rather be 10 minutes early or 5 minutes late?
10 minutes early.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that's
definitely
that's got to be a gimme. All right. What's your third number? Number 12. Are you a texter or are you a caller?
I don't like texting.
I think I found that out. Your fourth number?
17.
17. Are you a pizza guy or are you a burger guy?
Burger.
Okay. All right. And then your last number.
Let's go 23.
23?
Yeah.
Sneakers or slides? I mean, I feel like it.
I mean,
And here repping
sneakers
the
for
Jays.
special occasions, but slides.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Hey, that's pretty good, man. A minute, 2 seconds.
Minute 2 seconds.
Minute 2 seconds.
I'll beat it.
So are you gonna beat it, or what's that's the case?
I got you.
Maybe you should spread out your numbers unlike that he did. He just golly, dude. Just right. All right. You ready, dude?
Yeah.
All right. We'll start yours in 3, 2, 1. What is your first number?
8.
Number 8. Favorite app on your phone?
TikTok.
All right.
13.
It's my number. What's your most used emoji?
Heartbreak.
That's a little depressing. What's your third number?
30.
30. What's one thing you always overthink? That's a really in-depth question. Okay.
My body physique.
Your body physique.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What's your fourth number?
50.
50. Would you rather be really good at one thing or decent at everything?
Decent at everything.
All right. Yeah. And then your last number?
20.
20. See, what's something you're surprisingly bad at?
Gosh.
That is an interesting one.
Surprisingly bad. I mean, I wouldn't say surprisingly, but I can't sing.
All right. Well, I mean, you know what? That's fair. That's
Yeah, you know, bro.
You didn't beat him, but that was a tricky last question. Okay, can we talk? Hold on, before we dive into the next one, and if this is for a reason that can't be said on the show, then I understand it. But a heartbreak emoji. Are you okay, dude? Like,
No, I'm good. It's just like it's the new lingo.
Okay. All right. I just had to clarify. I think we had to clarify that real fast. All right. So this is our next fun segment that kind of gets away from the sports side of things. But I call this a gas station pick me up. This is typically everybody's favorites that they like to do. So the way I describe this is just you're on a long car ride or something like that. You're with your parents or whatever, yourself, and kind of like you in the middle of that trip, you stop and you're filling up your car, topping it off, whatever you're doing, but you want to go inside the gas station and get a pick me up. And the way that I describe it is you get a drink and you get a snack. It can be chips, candy, it doesn't matter. The drink doesn't matter. So I'll ask you both. You stop at a gas station. What drink are you getting? What snack are you getting?
Drink Snapple.
Okay.
The blueberry one, to be exact.
A Snapple blueberry? Now, okay, is Snapple like
the
wait,
Calypso?
Yes. The Calypso, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop myself for that one. Yeah, the Calypso drink. Then
okay.
For a drink.
Because I was fixing to say, isn't like Snapple like tea or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then you said blueberry. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, you like what you like.
Yeah,
all right, what's your snack?
Snack, gotta go to Takis.
Ooh, you're a Taki guy. I feel like we've gotten that answer before. What's yours, man?
All right. For the Bev, we gotta go Mango, Arizona. Gummy clusters.
Ooh, okay. I was big into Nerd gummy clusters, but I think I've eaten them so much that kind of got burnt. I got burnt out over them. They're still good. I'll still eat them. And then on a Palmer guy, Arizona guy. Okay, I can respect that for sure. Those are great options. I love that it's unique. I love the uniqueness and the options. But all right, so this is kind of back to football, and these are about yourself. So these are player comparisons and whatever sports. So specifically football for y'all. Is there any athlete, football-wise, and it can be NFL, it can be college, whoever, it does not matter, but you kind of envision, you compare yourself to them, your gameplay or anything like that, or maybe somebody that you emulate your game to be like? Is there anybody that sticks out? And I'll start with you first.
Maynard, he goes to Wagner. He's not really known, but I started seeing him his senior year in high school. He's really good. He's very underrated. He doesn't get a lot of carries in college, but this next year he's going to stand out.
What sticks out? Kind of sticking with that. Maybe what do you emulate from him that you really try to do for your game and help you the most?
How hard it is to tackle me. Like he doesn't go down, and it shows. I would say how hard I run.
Yeah.
he runs very hard, and it like you can see it if you watch his tape. He's like very aggressive with his run.
Yeah.
I try to run like that. Some of my moves I hit, I mean, I barely hit them, but like when I do hit them, I get them from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that answer. I
Mhm.
love shouting out a guy that maybe not a lot of people know for
Yeah.
sure. But what's yours? NFL or college comparison that you emulate or kind of people maybe have given you that you play the same as?
Gotta go Mike Vick.
Mike
Sorry.
Vick.
Gotta go
Interesting.
Mike Vick. Because him, like he run and he throws. So like he'll throw the ball when he need to, but if he don't need to, he'll take off about 30 yards, 40, if like out the pocket. It's like Mike Vick. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're obviously you rely on your running abilities for sure in that arm. But okay, those are two cool answers. Now, kind of sticking with the NFL college stuff, and this is one that I added late, so I apologize. But do you have a dream, maybe NFL or college team that you would love to have the ability to play for? And you can go college and NFL if you only have a specific football team that you want to be a part of. And I'll start with you. But do you have a dream NFL or college team?
All right. So, coaches, any D1. Any D1.
Just getting it out there now. Let them see it now.
Any D1 that was sick. But if I had to go dream, I really have to say Georgia.
Really? Georgia? What sticks out about
Yes.
Georgia?
I don't know. It's just like Georgia. It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like when I was little, I used to like talk about Georgia a lot. Like I used to always
On
say,
a football team.
yeah, it was just Georgia like used to get talked about a lot. So like,
No,
it
that's
was- yeah,
definitely a fair
yeah.
answer. You got an NFL team?
NFL Baltimore.
Golly, everybody
Baltimore.
seems to be
But
a
we're not
Baltimore
gonna talk
fan.
about. We're not going to talk about
Them missing the playoffs this year.
Wait. We're
Golly.
gonna talk about that. But Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson still can't do nothing.
Yeah.
All right, for you, you got any dream teams that you'd love to play for?
Same as him. I'll take.
I'm glad y'all are saying this because when I've asked people
'cause-
before, they just go ahead and say it. I'm just like, maybe
Can't risk
clarify
that.
first. But
I would say Virginia Tech.
okay,
Yeah, I grew up because my dad is a big fan of him, so I grew up watching them, and their culture is just great over there. I've seen like a lot of clips, and then like the way they come out, like in their games, just
Inner Sandman coming out with
yeah.
that stadium rocking
I
for
love
sure.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. And I mean, one has to imagine now that they got James Franklin as their head
Yeah,
coach,
oh my
bringing
gosh,
him
yeah.
in,
All the
his
transfers.
recruiting skills.
Gosh.
Oh man, for sure. I'm sure Pops is excited about
Oh,
that
yeah.
for sure. You got a dream NFL team?
I was gonna say the same as him.
God, two Baltimore guys. Interesting. I hate to dwindle your dream possibly, but you know,
Man.
Lamar Jackson is the quarterback of that team, and actually for you too. Maybe by the time Derrick Henry will probably be retired, but
You
Be
feel
the
me?
new.
hey, those are two great guys for both of you. Those are two
Yeah.
phenomenal people to look and mock your game after. But no, those are great answers for sure. This is now where these questions are all for both of you, and this is kind of we'll dive into the playoffs a little bit and talk about that stuff. But before we talk about that, for you two specifically, because I can sense the trust, and you could sense it on the field, you can sense it right now. Do trust each other a lot, but when did the chemistry between the both of y'all really like it? Was like, was there a specific moment that it just clicked like that, or anything that sticks out? Like, when was it that you just two could really just rely on each other and knew that y'all were going to do the right thing?
So we grew up playing each other on different teams. We were rivals, and we always knew each other. And then growing up, coming to Northside, we already knew each other. We played each other in middle school. He was at Hunters Creek, so again we played them. And
talk about that.
Yeah, we beat him by the way. I want to say his freshman year, he played quarterback, and we already started to come together a little bit because he wasn't playing a lot of quarterback, but he was also playing wide receiver. So it wasn't like this. But I want to say this summer when we started playing 7-on-7 against other schools like Southwest, Dixon, Swansboro, we started to click because he started to trust me. I started to trust him. We talked a lot more also. Like, we started to hang out with each other. So it just...
And it matters a lot, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah. Like, outside of football and all that. So when we came to football, it was just normal, I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Really, I'll say, like, piggyback off what he's saying, we played together, so, like, you know, we knew each other, but, like, really, we started clicking, like, really like summer workouts, really, because it was just like we was both pushing each other like to go hard. So like it's like as soon as we like start locking in, it's like it was just up from there. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
really my workout buddy. So
Hey,
Yeah,
okay.
work
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Before I ask the next question, I think I caught it. So I know you're at, but you played at Hunters Creek. Is that so
Mhm.
middle school wise and everything?
yeah.
Y'all beat them by 40?
Not by 40. We lost by 40.
Oh, I
That's-
was fixing to say
Nah.
because okay, so because we were talking before for people that don't know, we obviously went to middle school with each other. We played football with each other. My 8th grade year, your 7th grade year. We didn't win a game that it was I mean it was something. So that's why it threw me off. I thought you said for a second y'all beat them by 40 and I was like, what did I miss?
Not
But
by 40. We did beat them though. Just not by 40. But I think it was 34-12.
so this was obviously the year after.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Because we couldn't play them
Yeah.
your 8th grade year.
That's right. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
I remember that now for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk more about your middle school after that,
Okay.
but we'll talk more after that. But going back to high school stuff. This is a funny question. But out of the two of you, who's more competitive at practice?
Me.
Is that a fair answer?
That's fair. Because
Okay.
really at practice, I got the QB jobs. I'm really just working with Coach Sab.
Just taking it easy.
Just taking it easy. But like when they doing like a drill or something, I hop in there. So
Yeah.
but yeah, usually it's really him. Like he be competitive.
Yeah, I want to talk about that team for sure, not just you two guys, but kind of going back to the chemistry part, and then we'll talk more about practice and stuff, the stuff that really people don't get the opportunity to see when it's not game night. But what was that chemistry like, and what was the locker room like, just in general between everybody? Because I think that had to have been just a pivotal role into why the success was there. So if you guys want to and this is something that it doesn't matter who starts, you guys can piggyback off each other. Y'all both can just break it down.
Basically, locker room, bro, trolls.
Yeah.
In the locker room, we could be joking before the game. We could be like listening to music, bumping music, Then as soon as we get on the field, lock in. It's just like we all like to have fun before a game. So like we all like this. We just vibe, like we just can vibe. We can literally vibe in the locker room, then go out and then beat somebody by 20. And so like, yeah, really.
You got anything to piggyback?
One thing I say is a lot of people talk now, like in the locker room. Like people who usually don't talk, they're starting to have fun. They're starting to get into these little dance things that we do. And you know what I'm saying?
Go viral on TikTok.
Oh jeez. Okay.
I would also say there are people who are like serious when it comes to game time. So if there is people like who play too much, there's people to set them straight.
And that's what you need, I feel like.
Definitely.
For sure. Yeah, definitely, for sure. Kind of but the practice side of it, what are the practices like? Is it how competitive is it at practices? Obviously I can't ask him because he's too busy taking his breaks with coaches and everything. But you talking about obviously, you obviously are competitive at practice, but just everybody, what are the practices like?
Gosh, it's mainly when we go offense versus defense.
Oh yeah.
It's so much trash talk. Even the coaches are talking trash to each other. I mean, me personally, I go against this the linebacker, number 24, Newt Monroe. Freaking strong. But me and him, we meet each other in the hole every time, trying to hit each other. So I think that bettered each other in it. Like other people seeing that type of competition, it was just like everybody else started to get riled up. And then we all started getting like little pals, getting like mad, and like everybody else started to compete, especially on the line. They started to compete, DBs versus wide receivers. He would throw it up to them. So he is like a little bit competitive during that time. But yeah, I would definitely say we definitely started having more competitiveness, and it's a lot, and it's showing too, like during practice.
Yeah, for sure. You want to add anything to that?
All I gotta say is don't let me hop in a 7-on-7 with DBs and linebackers. Cause telling you every single play, if I complete a pass, I'm talking crazy to the DB, especially somebody is a man on our team, Matthew Smoot. Then there's Caden Bell, and then like he said, Newt Monroe.
Yeah.
They be talking, boy. Talking.
You know what? That's
Yeah.
okay. Well, you're just kind of just throwing that out there, throwing that shot out there
Yeah.
for whenever it comes on. Golly, okay, 3J.
Practice this year.
Okay,
It's serious.
okay, geez, but no, I think that for sure says a lot about you guys because you're able to, like you said, have the fun, but also lock in when you need to.
Yeah.
And then practices get competitive, but that's just because y'all are close with each other and you want to outdo each other. And that makes everyone better for when those Friday night games come for sure. And you know, that it shows on the field. I mean, when I was looking back at everything today, we'd already talked about earlier. I'll throw the number out there. I wasn't going to throw it out there, but I'll throw it out there just for people to know. I went all the way back to 2020.
Wow.
The COVID year.
I don't even know about Northside in 2020.
You're fixing to figure out.
Yeah, let's hear this.
This is the combined record from 2020 to 2024.
Sorry.
6-42. The combined record. So, and I have each year listed down, but it just says a lot about this year going back to being 11-3, and that's why I brought up what I did. I did earlier, but I want to now dive into the pivotal points of the season, and we can start talking about the playoffs, kind of the games leading up to the final one. I forget who the opponent was, but I did come see y'all. I was at the Jacksonville game. I was at, I believe, the Richlands game because Southwest didn't play that week, and then playoffs. I want to say it might have been the third round, maybe St. Paul's. Yes, I was at. I started at Jacksonville. That was the game I went to first. They were beating them by 20 at halftime, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to Northside because Chris Miller was there and my head coach, Coach Gar. He was there on the sideline, and he was like, "It's a good game if you want to come over." And I did. I want to say it was a tight game up until I think a little bit later, and then y'all started to pull away. But kind of, and you guys can talk about this because you are, and this is on me for not knowing my stuff. But kind of the games leading up to the regional round, what was that experience like? If there was a different vibes to those games, considering it was playoffs, what was that whole preparation and the games itself like?
Oh yeah, leading the playoffs when regular season rolled around, we was playing around in the locker room in regular season, but as soon as we hit playoffs, it was like a different feeling. Like we just had to lock in like right there because we didn't know when our last game was going to be.
Yeah,
you know, like the locker room, the weight room, all that just started to click. We had to like focus on one thing, which was stakes. So
yeah. What about for you? What was that experience like for you? And what was that just whole experience like, being able to have that playoff experience?
Well, me personally, I couldn't play all the games until the regional finals
Oh, really?
because of my shoulder. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but I was around to see, and it was like, wow, we're really here. We said we were going to be here. We're here.
Yeah.
So it was like, we can't just leave with a loss. We have to win. So like what he said, we locked in like this, and it was like the whole atmosphere changed. And the weight room, gosh, we were loud. Like we're right beside an ROTC room.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so funny because Southwest is the same exact way. Every day during fourth period, okay, you continue and then I'll add on.
But the sergeant came in there.
Yes.
We were loud. And he brought it up, and I'm not gonna lie. As soon as he left, we got louder.
You know what? That's so hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying, our ROTC was new to Southwest this year, and they put it in the old carpentry area, I believe, is what it was used for. But every day, because I did have a fourth, but our teacher wasn't there. So, gosh, my admin are gonna see this and know this now, but I don't care. I would go down to the weight room during fourth period, and every day that sergeant would come down there and turn it down. But I feel like we can talk about that too, the weight room experience, because I'm assuming it's a fourth period football, weightlifting and everything. What's that experience like, as kind of just being in there with your team and, lifting, but also I'm assuming having a good time, but really that's another big place that you guys are able to grow. And I'll start with you.
It's definitely like a great feeling to feel, because every day we go in there, we have teammates. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's eight racks, and we obviously have more than 8 people in there. So there's sections, and we have the same partners every day. It's me, him, Daniel and Anoop, and we're always pushing each other. And it's like everybody in there, you see them, and you can see them getting better, and the chemistry just gets way better, like with the time going on. And when you're done with the workout, it's like you accomplished something. You know what I'm saying? You didn't leave anything in there. You put everything out. Our coach, our strength coach in there, we have another one. Coach Creston. Gosh,
The
but
Golden Destroyer. That's his nickname.
yeah,
Destroyer.
he works us hard, and everyone in there isn't allowed to slack. Like no one's allowed to slack.
I love that.
And it's good because no one in there slacks, and he makes sure all of your teammates, they make sure, and it's good because it's a whole bunch of football players. So you know what I'm saying? When it comes to football season, it's gonna be like our chemistry is gonna be insane.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
then for you working out with guys like him,
Mm.
and then Newt, I could be wrong, and correct me if I am. Is he basketball too? Is that who
Anoop.
that Newt? No, he's not. Who's the one that I think he was number 5. Who's the one that
Jameer.
yeah.
Jameer
Okay.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
dog.
Okay.
That's my dog.
I know who he is because he's a trash talker, and
Yeah.
God.
specifically, I would see it during basketball because when Christmas tournament came around, that was a whole different thing. But okay, just for working out with guys, the football guys, what is that experience like for you?
Really, like working out with them is like, we like it's like we strive to make each other better in the weight room because like, we have like, it's sections, like he said, it's like sections in there. And then like if we doing reps, somebody from the stop, it's just like loud, like
Yeah.
like we pushing each other, like telling each other like don't drop the weight and all that. So like it's just really like we just love it in there.
Yeah.
Really.
No, that's a
Love it in the
phenomenal
weight room.
answer. What was this is an interesting question for both of y'all. What was maybe that one play, no matter how early on it was in the season, but the one play of the season that it happened, and you're like, okay, this is it. We're riding off of this high right here, and we're going to take it all the way. Was there a specific play, maybe from the White Oak game, maybe from the Jacksonville game, but anything that sticks out between the both of y'all?
Like with the whole team.
Yeah, just any big play at all that kind of was just stuck out. I mean, I don't know if you had maybe a big rush or maybe if you had a long play, and even defense. I mean, because you guys had a really good defense.
Definitely.
Defense too.
All
Whenever
the
I was
big
watching.
plays for defense really happened in like playoffs and like towards the end of the season, I would say. But then like in the beginning of the season, it's really like offense. It was really offense. So like one game I'll say really would be White Oak. Cause like I think we first scored like 3 touchdowns and they ain't scored yet. It was like, oh yeah, we definitely will be something this year. So like I think White Oak.
Win week 1 has to be a great tone setter for sure. I'm sure. But for you, is there a play that, and it could be maybe for you, but it just a team play in general that really just stuck out?
I say a team play. I don't really have a play. I really have a game though.
That's fine.
New Hanover. Because that was our first time beating them and ever playing them in our the history of Northside. We were the first generation to beat them.
Is there now? And I'm not familiar. Is New Hanover like a team that Northside would constantly play, or
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a big
It's definitely.
So kind of okay for sure.
He really made history this year.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like after getting that
It
win?
was great.
Great.
Because everyone was talking down to us before that game.
Yeah,
The whole season, we had every game predicted to lose.
So
I
and
think they had them beating us like what?
I think it was the way we beat them. They were supposed to beat us like that.
Yeah, it was
was
literally the same score flipped
20-7,
backwards.
wow, that's
Yes.
crazy.
Literally the same score flipped backwards.
That is absurd, and I think that's a big talking point, like you just mentioned. Every game being projected to lose and flipping around and doing what you guys did. All right, well let's talk about the game that I'm sure is gonna. It brings up a little bit of soreness,
Yeah.
but you know what? And here's the beautiful thing. You know what the beautiful thing is? You got 2 more years left, and you got another full season left, and you guys get to build off of what you just did. But let's talk about Hunt. I would have been there. I promise you, I would have been at that game if it happened to be at Northside. I was rooting for y'all so hard, just obviously having connections and seeing what y'all were able to do. I love the underdogs, even though it seemed like at that point y'all weren't underdogs no more.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was just the feeling. But we'll start with before the game, and then we'll kind of transition to after. But just leading up to it, the practices, the lifting in the weight rooms, the conversations, whether it was group conversations with each other. What was the mentality and the feeling like leading up to such a big game?
Really, like we had conversations like that. As soon as we won that game, like the week before regionals, it's like, all right, start talking about Hunt. So we started watching film. We was watching film like every day on Hunt, every day, just looking at them, seeing what they do. Then after that, like we would talk, and then as soon as we was heading there, it was like we went to Golden Corral, then we went to NC State. After we left NC State, it was just quiet the whole way there. So then as soon as when we got there, it was just like it was full blown silence in there. Like we was just
So dialed
ready.
in.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. For you,
I mean, people just listening to their own music.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. What was it like for you? Because you mentioned we can. I actually want to talk about I didn't. And this is again on my fault, but I didn't realize that you gotten hurt. Which okay, so did you get hurt during the regular season? Was it?
Yeah.
When exactly did you have your injury?
I got hurt the week of Dixon in practice.
And was that the second to last week of the season, if I'm correct?
Third to last week.
Third to last week?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that just makes your 1,000 look 10 times better.
Yeah, like
I apologize, but
yeah,
that's wild. But obviously you were out for a long time.
Yeah.
And thinking about that now, what was it like having to sit? Because I know you didn't like that at all. You wanted to be out there so bad, but having to sit on the sideline and watching your guys play and kind of be a leader of sorts from the sideline leading up to that. But if you want, just talk about getting hurt and leading up to being able to come back.
So at first, I had made a TikTok about how I got hurt, and I had commented something about my team being able to take it all the way, and that I would be able to play at the end of it. And I knew they were going to take me there. So that was great feeling, being able to play that last game. So I was so much more fired up than before. And shout out Zion. That's the freshman running back.
Yeah.
He did great.
Is that a freshman?
Yeah.
Wow. He really stepped up.
Wow.
He stepped up.
That's huge. That is huge. But keep going.
And getting back to that Hunt game, man, I was so fired up. Everybody was like hyping me up and stuff that I'm back. And the first play I had was like 15 yards. The second play I had 14. The third play, it was back to back, and then third play it was 11.
Handing the ball 3 times straight. Each was a first down.
I was gonna ask if there was like any sort of maybe rust or any sort of nerves or anything coming back, having not played for that amount of time.
It was definitely I was definitely nervous at first until that first carry. Gosh, I was scared I was gonna hurt it again. So, but like at the time, it wasn't hurting at all. So I was just putting my shoulder down when I could, because it didn't hurt. So I was definitely nervous though.
What did you do? What did you do to your shoulder that you injured
I
it?
sprained my what's it called?
A joint, obviously the joint. Okay,
and
that makes
it
sense.
separated.
Okay,
It's
wow.
like sticking out right now, but
Yeah, for sure. That can, I'm sure that had to have been definitely a little bit nerve wracking, but I'm sure after that first carry you had to have been feeling good. All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the game. I mean, 20-7, I think was the final score.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously you showed up. I don't know if I'll just let you guys kind of take over and talk about it. You know, what was that whole game like? You know, just in general, just going through it and, having to maybe experience that type of game, maybe something that you guys just weren't used to. Is there what stuck out about that?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll go first. The defensive line, I'm gonna give them credit. Defensive line, never played defensive line like that ever. But like all the defensive line from them, I played with them on their on the little league team. So like I knew every single one of them from over there. But like boys, the D line was some dogs. So like it was different than any other D line I played that year. So like I don't know, like I I expected for like them, like, not to make it easy, but like at the same time,
I mean, it's the 5A regional. You're
5A regional,
you're
you
kind
feel
of
me?
just
Yeah.
expecting kind of
Yeah.
that type of thing. But
Yeah.
for you coming back from being injured, that's that's the game that's just your first game back. What was that kind of game like for you, and just trying to get back to playing the way that you were before?
So at first, I was getting a lot of yards, and then towards halftime, it was just like I couldn't get past anything,
Yeah, they called
and
him one.
then it was just a lot of ups and downs. And then fourth quarter, that's when I had scored, and maybe like a 15-yard carry, and then I scored. But like it obviously didn't matter because we didn't win. But like at the same time, I feel like there was just a lot of mistakes that we made, and we should have fixed, and we shouldn't have really made those mistakes, and we would have won. I'm not gonna lie, but it was just the little things that we always preached to not do that we did that game, and it just sucked.
The mistakes that we made in that game was mistakes that we talked about all season to not make. We just made them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that was definitely
it just like wasn't our game.
yeah. I mean, it happens, but I mean, like
Yeah,
I
it
said, the
happens.
beautiful thing is y'all get to do it again next year.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
kind of the last question, I'll tie two questions into one. It happens, you lose, and then there's obviously the after, kind of when maybe that adrenaline starts to wear off and you really start having to sink in, like, wow, we just lost the 5A regional. What was that feeling like? And then the question that I will tie into it is, what was Coach's message? Because one of the main questions that I added in was, what is Coach Pollock like? And you can tie that into just a full season thing, what he's been like to y'all especially, but really what was the message after, and that feeling, after losing such a big game like that?
Of course we were disappointed, but one thing Coach Pollock did say was, like, of course, goodbye to the seniors because that's like their last game. But class 27, class 26, class 25, coming for it, and we coming up, and we got next year, and we can't take it light. Like this off season has to be crazy, and I feel like we're gonna take away some of the imposters that like aren't really committed to this. People that are almost holding us back,
You
almost.
got to cut out that extra fat.
Yeah. Like it's those little things, like I said earlier, it's the little things that like hold us back. So once everyone's locked in, once everyone knows what the mission is and is starting to commit, I would say commit, yeah. I feel like we're gonna come back next year and win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about for you?
After that game, man, bawled my eyes out. As soon as that, I mean, it wasn't even as soon as it hit 0. It was like during the
So
game.
yeah.
During the game,
I'm sure you're frustrated. I mean,
during the
it
game,
just
frustrated,
happens.
man. There's like so much things going through my mind. As soon as I think we had like one more drive to try to score, and then like I was trying to do everything in my power, bro, just at least score. Then as soon as we didn't get the last first down, went straight to coach, started crying, man.
Yeah.
They had to calm me down, man. I couldn't control it, bro. Then we got in there, got in the locker room, took my pads off. I was still crying. So I just couldn't believe it. Then like really, I still can't stop thinking about it to this day. But like I really I barely could sleep. I can't even lie. I couldn't even sleep for real. It was like I was up thinking about like what could I have did, like better, or like what could we have done. It was like it's like the what ifs. Like all them what ifs is like it just hit you like that. And then but Coach P, like he said, after the game, class of 27, 28, coming back, we gonna go to states. So we still got the same goals as last year. Nothing changed. Coach P, he's a great man, honestly. He cares a lot for the kids. Like he'll do whatever, he'll do whatever for us, to be honest with you. So yeah, we really just on the same mindset this year. Go to states, and just get that state title.
Yeah, for sure. He's been recommended for my show. Whenever I had Garvey on, Garvey told me, he's like, you got to have Pollock on because he has ties. Garvey used to work at JCMS and do stuff with Northside. But we're not going to end it on a low talking about a loss. We're going to talk about something that will have people ready for next year, because y'all will be back. And I'm confident.
Yes.
I'm fully confident when I say that. And I'm sure it has to make you feel better, even though you did lose last year, but you get to do it again next year and to prove people wrong and be the ones that say, hey, we did do that. So when teams play Northside next year, what is that thing that they should be worried about?
Vengeance. We coming back. But all I gotta say is that, but we not looking back at all. We just all they need to worry about. They just need to worry about like the way we feel after losing that game. We taking our anger on. I'm sorry. It's just like like every single team gonna have to feel our pain until we get the stakes.
And I promise they're not gonna be working as hard as us.
At all.
And we gonna make sure of that because we don't want to feel that again. I don't think anyone want to feel that again. So, but like that feeling itself just made Northside like it just added fuel to the fire. And this next season is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I think we did something this year.
That's fair.
Yes.
I'll ask you two both this question right here. You especially, with you being a senior, but you being a junior. We know the overall objective goal is states, but just maybe some personal goals, if you have any, that you just want people. It'll stick out about you whenever people do think about you. So, and I'll start with you, but this is big for you because you will be a senior next year. But anything goal wise for you? You mentioned how you maybe want to be a little bit more of a dual threat, anything ties into
so
that.
My goal this year, so I still want to have over 2,500 passing. My goal is to get at least 800 rushing.
Okay.
800 rushing above. And also, I'm trying to get my first O this year, finna start going to camps. But really that's really like my goal.
Yeah, that's fair. And then for you, senior year, what is that mentality for yourself going into next year?
Definitely at least one Division I offer. And my main goal is 2,000 rushing yards. I was preaching it last year. Wanted it to happen, didn't get it sadly.
Could have.
Yeah, I could have. But sadly got injured. So this year I have to get it or else. And it'll boost my recruitment process. So I feel like
it's a great goal to have, and I know it's possible. I had JJ on my show. I'm sure y'all saw that. And the thing that's sticking out about you the most, and I mean you too. I'm not throwing nothing to the side here, but you especially is, and I love talking to running backs because what sticks out to me the most about running backs is their work ethic. JJ, he flipped that motor after he's in that same spot that you're in right now. Not specifically success wise, but just wanting to flip that motor and go insane. I'm not sure if y'all know him, but he's a very good friend of mine that goes to Southwest Tunbold. Ton is amazing, and he's going to be phenomenal next year for Southwest, and I cannot wait to see what he does next year. And then for you especially, just hearing the work ethic and hearing the drive that you have that everybody seems to have around that, I really can't wait to see what y'all do next year. We're making a promise right now. We're going to make this promise right here, right now. When y'all win states next year, y'all are going to come back and do this show.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. We just had to make that promise right here, and I will be at that state championship game because I am rooting for y'all for sure. Y'all are special, man, and I can't wait to watch y'all. But this is the last question. I forgot to add it in the thing, but I mean, if you've seen it, this is the last question that I ask all my guests whenever they come on, and it's not specifically sports related, but it's just life related. Because I think one of the biggest things, the most important things that people can do is be thankful and be reflective of all the good things that they have in life. And the thing that I ask all my guests whenever the last question that I have it is, what are 3 things in life that you're currently thankful for? So that's what the last question will be for the both of y'all. And whoever wants to start it, y'all go for it.
Lord and Savior, that's first.
Amen.
Always got to be thankful for man above. Second, thankful for my family, because they push me hard, especially my pops, my dudes. Shout out to my dudes, she be pushing me hard with the grades and my schoolwork. My dad, he really like the sports guy. So he be taking care of all that. And third thing, coaches. Thankful for Coach P, Coach Sab, all of them, man. Because if I wouldn't have came over here, I don't know where I'll be right now.
Yeah.
If I wasn't come over here. So yeah, shout out to the coaches.
Yeah, those are three great answers. What are your three things, man?
So my top two is the same as his top two. God, my parents, my dad. He's always pushing me for my grades, working me out when I need to. He's just always there for me. My mom, she's making sure she's staying on top of my grades too. Same as she's doing the same as my dad. Taking a lot of weight off my duties. And my brother, he played college ball a little bit, and he's always calling me late at night, talking to me about the potential I have, what I could be, what I should do, what he went wrong on, and like it's just that's what pushes me a lot is his wrongdoings. I wouldn't say wrongdoings, but like something he could have done better.
Yeah.
And he's telling me what he could do better, and I'm trying to do what he should have done and trying to fill in the spot. The last one is definitely my teammates. They pushed me a lot this season. And in the offseason too, we still talk to each other, we still hang out, all that. And like a lot of my time is given to them because I know they're good people. And you have to surround yourself around good people. If you don't, then it's not gonna be good for you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Those were three. Y'all both. Those were phenomenal answers.
Shout out
And
to the teammates too.
yeah, yeah, for sure. This was a phenomenal interview. I was really excited for this one to talk to you guys and really go in depth about this past football season for y'all. Even though it didn't end the way that you wanted it to, but that was the big thing that I wanted to preach was y'all get to do it again next year, and I can't wait to see that. So. Thank y'all for doing it again. We made the promise. Whenever y'all win states next year, we're gonna do this again. Right back to it. But thank y'all again for coming on and doing this, man.
Sir.
And thank you to you guys for watching episode 5, The Locker Room, and we will see you guys next time. All right, cool, dude.
Nah, you can't do this. I kept getting like